guys, it's Bex. So a lot of people are graduating now. It's around the season for finals to be finishing and for a lot of people to be having fun and thinking about what they're going to do after university. So I thought I'd put together some tips on what to do when you're coming up to graduation. Let's go. Number 1. This one might be a little bit too late for some people, but I think a lot of people get in the habit of just waiting until graduation and then they find out that a lot of grad schemes have already finished and that a lot of people have already found their jobs when they haven't even started looking. I definitely think it's better to look early, and even if you're not applying, at least keep a lookout for maybe the things you want to do. If you're not sure, then just have a look at what is out there and what to expect. Also, if you want to apply for things like further study, PhDs, MPhils, etc., then you also need to keep an eye on those closing dates, because some of them might have quite early closing dates, and if you don't apply in time, you might have to wait a whole year before you can apply for. Number 2, don't worry if you're not really sure what you want to do. I think it's completely normal for fresh grads not to know what they want to do, and even me as someone I'm 24 and I'm doing a PhD, but when I graduate, I'd really like to do a postdoc, but I'd also be okay to go into industry and things like that. I'm quite open-minded in that kind of sense, but to be honest, I can't say that this is exactly what I want to do and things like that. I'm still not really sure, and I think it's okay for people not to know. Number 3 is don't feel pressured by your friends or your family to follow in their footsteps. So I see this very often, and it's really scary how a lot of people just follow their friends or follow what their family does, even though that's not what they want themselves. So for instance, I think some people, depending on their friend group, some people might think that all their friends are doing PhDs, so they have to do a PhD too. But that's not the case at all. If they really want to do PhD, then that's their choice. You shouldn't feel like, oh, because they're all going to be doctors, I'm not going to be, then I'm any less of a person. So don't worry that, oh, all of your friends are doing this thing, so you have to do that too. Just do what feels right for you. And same with your family. If all your family is doctors, and I see this very often, if you see that all of your family is doctors, you feel like you have to be a doctor too, but that's not the case at all. If you want to be something else, then do that. And I think for family, I think it's a lot harder, because family sometimes can really be a lot of pressure to be like, oh, they're just going to expect that you're going to do whatever they did. But try not to feel that pressure and just do what is good and, is what you want. Number 4 is be open to moving around, and just be open in general when you're looking for jobs. A lot of people don't like to move, and I see a lot of people, and bear in mind when you're a fresh graduate, you're 21, 22, maybe a few years plus minus, but you're at a really great time in your life where I assume for the majority of students, you don't really have a family they have to worry about. You don't have kids, you don't have a wife or a husband. You can go anywhere, and you can move anywhere, and you can work anywhere. So why not take this opportunity where you don't have any restrictions for you to look for a job, in another country, in a completely different city. Maybe there's somewhere that you wanted to live all your life, but you've been held back because of various reasons. Now is the chance for you to go there and not worry about, oh, I have kids who need to go to school and things like that. Just go where you need to go. Also, don't be thinking like, oh, I have to stay close to my mum and dad because otherwise they'll be sad that I'll be gone. This is the time when you can go, and I assume your parents shouldn't be that old now. So you can go for a couple of years, see how it is there, and then you can always come back once you've made a better career for yourself. But don't restrict yourself to staying in one country for the rest of your life. Number 5, be ready to learn, work, and make the best of the next few years of your life. So your early 20s, you don't have restrictions. I've said these things before, but you really are having the most freedom that you'll probably have for the rest of your life. Later on, you'll probably end up, you'll get married. I'm just saying for the majority of people. And it's okay if you don't get married, if you don't have kids and things like that. But I'm just saying, for a lot of people, they will end up getting married, they will end up having a family, and these things are great. And for me, that's exactly what I want. I want a family, I want kids and things like that. But they also do hold you back sometimes. So you can't just move anywhere, you can't just go anywhere, you have to consider your family, right? But in your early 20s, you can do anything, and you can learn lots, you can work really hard, you can save loads of money, and it's just really the best time for you, and the time when you can have the most freedom to do anything what you want. If you want to open up your own business, now is the time. You don't have to worry about, oh, I won't have enough money for my kids and my wife. this is the time when it's okay if you do lose a bit of money. So these are my tips for people who are coming up to graduation. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe learn a little bit. But please let me know in the comments below if you can think of anything else, any other tips, or if you maybe don't agree with some of my tips. And I'll see you next time. Bye! A lot of grab, but that's at all. That's at all. Number 5. Be ready to learn lots and also... Oh shit, why can I not say this sentence? Number 5. Be ready to learn and work